our channel, ladies and gentlemen. My heart still goes out to the family and friends of the young Gen Z that was shot dead. He succumbed to injuries, and we got the information from the social media. Remember, the Gen Z has decided that they are going to communicate through the social media. But let me ask you a question. When you talk about investment in this country, one of the major investment that we can talk about for a company that you cannot write off is Safaricom. And Safaricom is using M-Pesa. You can send money these days to someone even beyond the borders of Kenya. And someone can send you money beyond the borders and it gets directly into your M-Pesa. But did you know that M-Pesa was a brainchild of a Kenyan that invented and developed M-Pesa? I hear stories that he was not wise enough to go and protect it, and so he sold it at a cheaper price. I think later, wakati alichanuliwa, it was too late. The reason I'm giving you this story is that the Gen Z has decided that it is now taking a paradigm shift. They want to fight this government in a way that Ruto will bow down. And they have decided that they are going for total shutdown of government websites. I want you to listen or read what Robert Alai is saying here. Robert Alai is saying, the kids have masked the government of Kenya domain. They have sent hundreds of thousands of emails to Washington. IMF and sisters can't access genuine emails from Treasury. Next, they are enrolling all yes MPs and Treasury officials to Pornhub using their official email addresses. They are working on a crowdsourcing app to counter IEBC tallying system. Even better, they are using an app, Zillow, that opens their phones to a radio frequency. Essentially, their phones become walkie-talkies. When you read that tweet, it only tells you one thing, that they have decided that they now want to go high-tech. I told you that the generation that we are dealing with is full of IT gurus, is full of engineers, doctors, teachers, lawyers, and in every field you will get them. Now that William Ruto has decided that they cannot get jobs, instead he's frustrating them and is killing them on the streets. Let me tell you that these brains will be used to destroy our country. The brains that we have, parents and the government have spent money, resources, and time on them. They need to be engaged well, because if you provoke them, then you will regret. We will not have value for the money that have been spent on them. I told you in my earlier analysis that this generation can be very destructive and explosive if provoked, and they can be very constructive and peaceful if massaged. If you keep on killing them, it is going to be very destructive. They have decided that they want to communicate directly to the IMF, and they want to capture government domain institutions so that they send and express their anger. With this, you might not get them on the streets anymore. A few hours ago, there was this news going on that you could not access Parliament website, that someone had hacked it. And then there was this information that Popular International Hacker Group, Anonymous, issues warning to the Kenyan government, asks government to respect the rule of law and the right of Kenyans to participate in demos against the Finance Bill 2024. So these people have decided that we will no longer fight you physically. They are going to use their brains to fight Ruto. The other thing that they want to use, they've already started the boycott program, and they were saying that we boycott M-Pesa. There is a member of parliament who was a CEO of M-Pesa, of CEO of SportsPesa. I'm forgetting the name. He voted yes, and already the Gen Z is saying we boycott SportsPesa. You know, it is the Gen Z, majority of them, these young people, are the ones who are betting. And if they run this campaign that we are going to boycott SportsPesa, they are going to feel it. I remember when they boycotted using M-Pesa, and they boycotted using some milk and some products. They felt it. And so the Gen Z is saying that we want to boycott some products and services. They want to get into hacking. They want to get to hack government systems, and they will force the government to listen to them. I was reading that tweet by Robert Lai, and I was scared that they want to enroll those who voted yes into their porn hubs. Just some created, porn hubs, and enroll them there. It also reminds me that some gay group had threatened that they want to reveal those people they have engaged with in that dark world. I don't know. It is becoming messy. And William Ruto will be forced to listen to this youth, because they will do some destructive. And you cannot apprehend all of them. Neither can you kill all of them. By the end of the day, even the police who are being sent to the street are parents. And I believe that if you see a policeman shooting carelessly, especially to the children and women, that police officer is not a parent at all. But from where I sit, even if you are not a parent, you can be a guardian. You could be a single person. You are not married as a lady or a man, but you are supporting your nieces and nephews, and by that you are a parent or a guardian. And I don't understand why a police officer can be misused to kill innocent people. William Ruto will sit down with these think tanks, and when they engage in the digital war, I don't know who will succeed, because that is the time that we will be exposed that we are very vulnerable. Because if they gain access to any of these institutions, to any of these websites, we will be exposed. And I believe that if they are sure that this is going to work, then I support it, so that they don't go to the streets with the rogue police killing them, like one who had been killed in the streets. They should now do the boycott. They invade government websites and hack them, if that will work. Like I said, vita havina macho. As long as you have something that will force Zakayo ashuke chini, let us do it. And I love the fact that our youths decided that the only weapon that we are going to carry is a handkerchief, water, and a placard. And I wonder how the police decides to meet that with a bullet. An innocent crusader who is simply fighting for his or her country. And I want to remind the police that in our national anthem, justice should be our defender. You should also resist the urge to kill, because we are fighting for the rights of all of them. And so we wait and see how this war, the trajectory this war is going to take, because the Gen Z has said, we are coming for you. We are going to hack the systems, and you are going to feel us. I don't know whether this fits under the cyber crime. I don't know. But for people to be free, they must break laws. And I will tell you how. When we wanted to kick out the colonial masters, we had to go for unlicensed meetings. During the second liberation, when people wanted to force Nyayo to repeal Section 2A, to reintroduce multipartism, They had to go to unlicensed meetings. They were tear gassed. They were beaten. Some of them, paid by their blood. People like Raila Amolo Odinga were detained. And so, if you wait for a government to allow you even to go for picketing, they will not. And sometimes people just have to do what? They break the law, because there's no government that will give you freedom easily. Someone said that freedom is not given freely by the oppressor. The oppressed must go for it. I don't know whether the government is seeing something. The numbers keep on swelling, and the people they are dealing with are the brains in this country. They will bring this country down. And I know William Ruto doesn't believe it, but this generation is very determined.